Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2. Okay, so we're heading up to Dunnage. At least that's the plan. Hopefully morale will increase here pretty soon. I've got a lot of good liquor and food for people. Darkwater Lagoon, let's go check this out. What in the... Oh my god, what? Okay, yeah, we're right into fighting.
You like that?
14% chance to hit. Ooh, those are not great numbers, I gotta be honest here. That won't work. That'll never work. Neither will that one. Or that one. This thing is beyond us. You know, we're leaving. I don't need that. There's a lot of horrible things on these islands. That's marked now, right? Yeah, morale has gone up to 76. That's a 10-point increase. Why isn't this thing marked? That kind of annoys me. Can I make one? Can I put a marker on it? I guess not. That annoys me. I'll just have to try to remember that thing. I think until I'm a bit stronger, I should not do random exploration, because it doesn't ever seem to work out for me. But I don't want to just ignore things that are on my way, because who knows what I might come across that I can handle, and that might be good. Slaver. Oh yeah, we're getting you. 10th level rogue. Oh, wow. 75, 40, a 10. We would lose. Yeah, figured. We're gonna die now. So we're gonna action racing for their stations. Closing captain swings first prevented the starboard. What does that mean? 50 base? As in speed? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. What's a jibe? -5 hit chance. Which moves at half its top combat speed in a single action while receiving a marginal defense bonus against incoming cannon fire. Once per round. Okay. Can I shoot them? Okay, so this is moving people around. I see. Get on the cannons. Actually, you get on the cannons. Are you good at this? Unskilled cannoneer. Novice cannoneer. Okay. But I'm not shooting. Why am I not shooting? How do I shoot? I've only got one over there, of course. But I could kill the crew. Did I get some of them? Sorry, I skipped ahead a little bit. I'm not sure. So that thing went full speed ahead. We've taken a little bit of a hit. If I can wipe out its crew, then we'll be good here. Okay, I see what that is. Yeah, so don't do that yet. And I can't fire again. And now I can't shoot? For some reason? I don't understand this. Ow. Fire. Actually, I thought I moved some people around. I guess not. Okay. I'll have to do that. Yeah, let's grape shot him again. There. Can I get someone to fix that stuff? Or no? Okay, he's still reloading. That's great. Well, fire again. Fire again. We're just gonna keep on shooting. Defiant secures the wind gate for cruise vessel has a chance to come about. Alright. That is a lot of damage to us. Fire again. What is that? Fire again. A damaged hull. Okay. If I can wipe out their whole crew, I just straight up win, right? Resting, resting. Awesome. So if I take a look, they have 2 people on cannons, and that's it. And then, of course, they do have a surgeon and a helmsman. I need to take out those cannons. 13 to 26. Yeah, that could wipe us out, and I don't want that. But I can't have them fix the issue. Oh man, they've wounded one of my people. Yeah, get off of navigation. They're rapidly healing. You know what? Chain shot. No, don't do that yet. We're gonna hold position. Okay, now that we're both prepared, fire. Beach to windward, tacking between port start with all appropriate speed. Fire again. What are they looking like? Okay, they have a bunch of deckhands, no cannons. Good. Here we go.
That looks complicated.
Me too, man.
Weather wizard. Okay, that guy needs to die. We'll get him. First, we're doing this.
Let's do this.
Nice hit.
That guy's almost dead.
Take this.
Yeah, man. Now, down he goes. He's trying to prevent that from happening. This still won't do anything for some reason. Healing to all the Watcher's allies. Okay, that's pretty good. Go ahead and hobble him. You're bloodied. Blast him with this one. Okay, he's already frightened, so just tear him up.
Love will be on.
That dude dead? I think that guy's dead. Good. Deal with him.
After him!
Exceed honor.
Let's do this. Out my wheelhouse, friend. Take that.
Gotcha. Okay, there's the captain and another weather wizard. Ooh. Okay, both of you kill this thing. Gotcha. Kill the wizard.
Yeah. Die.
Let's go. Got it.
You like that? Captain.
There she is. Go ahead. Kill. Why can't you kill? What is this? Shadowing Beyond? I don't know what that means.
Ixiana!
Whatever it was, it's over now. Thank you.
Okay.
Morale gained is 11. Charge skin, deep laceration. Gain a rank. What's a rank? A bunch of people got levels. Okay, yeah, just take everything. My goodness. Exceptional arquebus and leather armor. Okay, let's just take it all. Yeah. Oh, can't take that. Share coins with the crew. How much money did I even get? Okay. That was rough. They had us outnumbered, outgunned, and outleveled, but we managed to get them. Find myself and need someone with your particular brand of talents. The last business transaction went so grandly. I appreciate the opportunity to hire you again. Please compete with me in Dunnage. Destroy letter. Do I need to? Okay. That's odd. Okay, well, a better crossbow than mine. What are you doing? It's weird. Alright, so fine brigandine. It's 11. Yeah, that's what I'm wearing. 7 on that one. Area effect is really nice. You're already wearing fine padded. Yours is already at 9. Blackwood log. Huh. Weird. I got that. And quest item. I'm assuming some of those things had to do with stuff we could have done at that fort if we hadn't killed everyone. I need to get some people in sick bay as well, and then we'll probably have to stay somewhere while we take care of our damage. Yeah, I know where we are. Okay. So yeah, you both on sickbay. You get back to cooking. Interesting. So he's a surgeon too. But he's much better at being a cannon. Huh. Okay, well we should be able to at least keep morale up. That'll keep it from going down too much. Triumphs. Huh. And yeah, they took care of all the fixing. I think we got... No, we didn't get repair supplies from those people we wiped
No
out.
problem.
Why didn't we pick them up if we... That's weird.
That
Did you
can't
catch
be
the
who
new
I think it is.
peg leg performance yet?
The Green Menace.
Send me for a
That
buttered
I
slice
did.
of hardtack.
Made me-
It's... Course not. But I know you like the Watcher, captain of a mighty ship, god chaser and fiend slayer. Must be expensive sustaining a reputation. I'll keep it quick, see? If your little dinghy has got some chase in it, I've got a list of captains with a black mark to their name whose ships need a quick scuttling. And I'm in the market for a scut. Saying you're not? Me? I hear you divert coin like mice. Never mind where I heard it. I heard it all the same, eh? Knew we'd be fast friends, I did. You'll be looking to scuttle Cornu first, one of Rowatai's finest, eh? I don't ask my client what he did or what scale his death balance is. Safer to keep questions in the hold. Course you will. Knows a good opportunity when you seize it. Cornu helms a Voyager early muster in the waters north of Nekatavon. Better if you don't ask. Because the Deadfire's in a big, ugly power play. One captain, she's a piece, standing 20 rounds distant from the real players. Another, he's a means, and the type of clients he pays for the red.
Alright. Large armor sailors with some
Ain't no crew will hire me. What good's a pirate who can't see? Forgetting that, have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you? Is this what my life boils down to? I was a bosun not so long ago, and a damn good one at that. Didn't lose much skin, but the flash burned out me eyesight. I can't... Andra's blessings to you for sharing, sailor.
Maybe I can find a way to fix that. Get a good crewmate. Found me a pig. Extra dexterity. I like might. Chauncey. I just noticed that Seraphin runs around with his guns out.
Aye. Aye, aye.
So this is kind of like a pirate town, like the place they went on Pirates of the Caribbean all the time.
Sure.
Another pet. Well, there's a lot of them. Zorro. That's a good name. What could that possibly be a quest item for? Early middle years dressed fine, dirty armor, adorned with bright purple
Fair
piping.
day, traveler. Anything I can do for you, just lady adventurer at your humble service. I was born... and my goodness, if you think the Deadfire's wild, being a cipher's come in quite handy, I'll tell you. Oh, dear me, yes. Can't seem to avoid it. If I didn't know better, I might say they were trying to kill me. Oh, aye. Some you wouldn't right believe. Like the time I lost an entire research team along with the ear. Well, it's just the nature of the work, you understand. I mean, goodness, on my last expedition, my colleague Inez got herself lost looking for what was essentially a big prickly weed. No medicinal use at all. But I do go on, don't I? With pleasure. Teaching is my specialty, after all. I'm gonna pack your brain with so much knowledge, you're gonna have a headache for a week.
Stealth and metaphysics.
That's your prerogative, I suppose.
Interesting.
A cozy traveler. Well, I was born to a family of merchants on the Pearl Coast. I learned of the power of geography and language at my father's knee. I joined up with a company based in Girara that traded in beautiful weavings. But they were ill-gotten gains, forcibly produced by... Indeed. But I should have asked better questions of my I would like to make amends to Bonicetta personally, but it seems I was born... I learned of the... I joined up with a... Indeed. I would like to make amends. It is good. Ark, you listen to my tale.
Sleight of hand and diplomacy.
As you say.
Interesting, so they have teachers. So I'm in Lifter's Refuge. I don't even know where I need to go. Blow the man down. Rising on the Dunnage. Yeah, where though? In his tower. I'm assuming that's this. I'll just go directly there for now. I'm gonna need to rest here, probably for a while. So do surgeons only operate in the field? Is that how that works? 9 days. Well, they do get a little extra heal rate, but I don't think that matters out here.
Ah, Watcher. Good. You have arrived.
Ahoy there yourself, Captain. What do I be but a pretty...
A little seabird informs me that you have dealt with our mutual Gelarde. For the...
You'd have been right amused, you would. Few sights as fine as that hard blowing...
You are lacking in so many ways, my former ship hunter. I myself would have enjoyed watching you put the scoundrel in his place. No, as my memory serves me, you did not. And as promised, I have prepared for you a fine prize.
Protection.
However, I must confess to you a bit of a problem has arisen. One which speaks to your expertise with
That's
the
the rotting ship that
supernatural.
haunts the Deadfire,
We've
manned by an
sighted
undead
the floating
crew,
hangman
rumored to
that
be calm the
haunts the
seas,
Deadfire.
and sails veiled within an unnatural fog.
Indeed, this galleon, what likely remains of the Fonferros, is a
Grand
frightful
Valian
legend.
galleon that Dracosi Paladin Lucio Rivan used to flee the burning palace when charged to protect the royal family's
We have
ward.
been losing ships at sea, amico.
Sword.
And not to those Valera ship-hunting bastards. Fortune favors us, as I have procured a survivor from such a recent sink. Come forth, Selenia. Quick.
I kind of want to kill this guy too, but I'm certainly not ready to do anything like that yet.
Well,
Of course, Captain. It might have pretty hard near the end. Go on, gent. I'm ready as I'm like to get me. You aren't quite what I expected. Kinder than most. Saw my old crew slaughtered me, my best mates, and even a few I hated. They weren't but blood. It branded the back of my eyes that moment. High seas was a hunt, not for loot, but for body rotted. The crew, they were all undead. Couldn't stop, they were dreadful. One was different. Her presence was overwhelming. The crew shambled hard to do her. Figured she was the captain, me.
there is a flag the floating hangman flies. A flag that once heralded the Fonfer, but Selenia's knowledge is limited in this regard. Let us instead ask her...
Me and my crew were adept. Alert. Was some magic foul. Just sudden like, the wind's died. Then this thick fog roiled up at midday, skimmed right out. It was too... Calling me craven? Huh, sure, I am. Took a knock in and I was out for a while. I dropped a dinghy and rode for it. Don't know why they didn't give chase. Dunno me. Drifted for days.
One of mine found her no more than a week ago.
Well, I'm more than able to gabble now, aren't I?
Perhaps there is something else you wish to ask about. She belongs to Aldis, who undoubtedly will come to claim her soon. One moment, Watcher. That much should be obvious, Diveros. Allow me to cut to the heart of it. Lucia, it is my hope that uncovering the details regarding dear, unfortunately, the only soul, one Isir the Berethian. Now, indeed, I do. Though I and mine cannot so openly venture to the depths of Neketaka, you must search the Temple of Berath on Neketaka's sacred stair. Isir's tomb within it should contain it. By all accounts, our river, she is the epitome of grand valor. And yet, we know not why. But the Berethian, they fought to the death, along with her life. Riva, it has, lamentably, remained unfindable since. I believe. Regrettably, I know little but this. He was an Ediran warrior. He chased our Dakotsi to the death shortly after slaughtering our brave paladin. The priest, he was entombed in honor of his Gelarde. I will be with Gelarde. Such a solace it is to see you again. Amico, do you know how I have lived so long in this life of piracy? It is not. But come, let us share.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. I figured he wouldn't tell me much.
Eh?
Twisting road we must walk together. Okay, so this was about creation of the gods.
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
I probably could take those things, but I try not to steal. Even from scumbags that probably deserve it. Alright, the Cloak of Protection. So I've already got a Ring of Protection, right? No, I don't. I gave that to Aloth or Eater or something. Yeah, there. That's not a great reward, it's just one cloak, but at least it is something.
No problem.
Who's this?
Much ado to you, Casita. A word of advice. Guard your back in Dunnage. You have not yet carved a name. Elsewise, how might I be of assistance?
What is a Solonet?
The Consuelo will need to vote on it. But with your reputation, I will speak with Ferran. You have my ear, Casita.
Right, more people leveled up. Canna, in the side. Okay.
Aye?
He still only has one shot. That kind of bugs me. Okay, so that gives you one free not interrupt. That one could be nasty if it hit people right.
Captain?
I didn't level him up. Oh, he's really close. But for some reason, he's behind the others. Yeah. Just walking up the stairs leveled him up. So I could dominate a person. Hobbled and weakened.
Captain? Done and done.
Leave it to me.
They throw people off of those. I imagine up here will become more relevant later. Alright, I'm gonna search the rest of Dunnage, though, see what else can be done here, and if there's some basic port stuff. Because we have been pretty torn up from that fight. Oh, good, he just has 20 at the start of each round. That's nice. Banana.
Is that you? What's it been? 5 years? Life's been good. I keep on my feet and never stay in one place too long. Say what you want about pirates, but these principes
here but
know
doesn't
how
really
to have
care.
a good time.
Gold teeth, easy as pie.
You're an idiot. Wait a minute, wait an hour. Alive, dead, it makes no difference at all.
I've pulled plenty of gold teeth. I know the right way of it.
Maybe I'll pull your teeth just to prove you wrong.
Okay.
What do you know? It really does make no difference. You, out.
Reckon that's one way to settle an argument.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, just a dancer.
If you're enjoying my performance, tips are welcome but not required. Thank you. I work for a handful of pyres per day. I was playing dice and gambled on a sure thing. Of course, I started off owing him 250, and even though I've paid that twice, now I'm in the hole for 700. The interest rate, this uniform, my food and drinks.
Hello. May I help you? Need anything? I'm not sure what there is to tell. A few. More than I could share in a... I was on an expedition into the backwoods of Read Seras when I came across an abandoned town. The Read Serans are conservative folk, more so even than the Adirans. And what a selection of books it was. Every subject represented. I tired soon of wandering, so I settled in a... I felt a stirring in my bones one day. I can't explain it. I just... Well, I don't know what's waiting for me out here in the Deadfire. But I have hope. Well, you listen to my... Have it your way, then.
Sure.
Oh! Lost my gold
God's damn soul! My ship was attacked and boarded by pirate hunters. Didn't know if we'd be able to get away, so of course now it ain't coming out of either end. Started feeling an intense pain 2 days ago. I think I might be dying. I think I ain't tried that. My stomach's all black and make me puke.
Okay, well I have a rotted hagfish.
In a radiant coat. She's been supplying me with some experimental. Damn, I lost my god.
Eater leveled up? Again? Did he not level up before? He must not have. Against intellect, perception, and constitution. Interesting. I don't think the regular fighter stances are really helpful at all. More aggressive stance, out for handling groups of enemies while in the stance. Fighters kills the melee weapon, trigger an instant full attack. Oh, interesting. So it's like cleave. Slightly increased accuracy and deflection. So you can engage a bunch of people. Okay, but that's, yeah, that's cleave. Sure. That is what that is, and they gave it the right name for it too. Cool. That actually is pretty neat. And then we can just start upgrading them. Yeah, we considered stealing.
What do we have here? How can I eat? My speciality is oils.
Ah.
I got other skills, of course. Should you be looking?
Yeah, no.
My mum. Did you need? Isn't it obvious? It'll cost you 50 pyres.
No.
Eh?
Oh, I thought that was back there, not up the stairs. Okay.
Haven't seen you around before. Welcome to... What can I do for you? Figured that out. You're right, though. Inherited an old... What do you want? So long as you show me some...
Luminous lobster. How much is this rum? 62. Goodness. I'll take the cheap stuff because I can make things out of them. Not much of ridiculously expensive full stuff. A wilder? Whoa. Expert surgeon. Okay. Daily wage of 4, and it costs 1,000 to pick this thing up. A seasoned cannoneer. Seasoned navigator. I could bring on some better people than what I've got. Let me see. I thought he was actually a good cannoneer. No, I only have one seasoned person? Seriously. Alright.
What can I do for you? Figured that. You're right, though. What do you want? So long as you don't...
So that's 6. Yeah, I can afford this. All of you get onto my ship, and I'm gonna start kicking off the people I don't need. Okay. Big Mouth, you're our surgeon. What are you good at? You're a surgeon and a deckhand. You're our navigator. Yep. This guy's our helmsman. We got a good cannoneer, right? Yes, a seasoned cannoneer. What is a boatswain? Is that a person that fixes things? Okay, I shouldn't need either of you guys, actually. How can I get rid of them? Huh. Okay, well I want him to be the guy right here. I don't know what a boatswain is, but I'm assuming he can do that. And I'll try not to just kick out the people who I know are actually good at stuff.
What can I do? What do you want?
I'll be back to rent some rooms. First, though, go to Radiant Court. What kind of heal rate are we looking at on these guys now? 40%. Just saying, if a Vithrak rolls in, I don't think most pirates will be okay with it. Especially once it starts performing surgery.
Aside from humility?
I reckon I'll be a fancy at most things. More so all things piratical.
If only we were all as confident in real skills as you are in imagined ones.
You'd be right surprised how far confidence will take you, lad. Were you ever to give it a try?
Fresh fruit! What can I stock you?
That tea's actually pretty good. Does it matter who I sell these things to? I don't think it does. But I don't believe I need much of any of this. Keep one of each kind of grimoire, I think. Yeah, so those are the same. Oh, right. There we go. Fungal bile, that's a poison. Yeah, so I don't want to sell... I don't want to sell the party equipment. I don't think I need the plate mail either. That's cool. So you can take the colors from any ship that you wipe out too. Right. So Aloth, you can hold on to all of our various grimoires. That's a drug. I'll go ahead and take that out. I don't trust anyone using drugs in this party. They're too volatile. That's a poison. And then he has a bomb. Now she can use these. Go ahead and give Fan of Fire to him. Don't need that. I don't think she's very good with bombs either. She'd carry an antidote. What is that? Huh. Weird.
A repeat
Okay.
cast. What can I stock you?
Let's go ahead, sell this and that. Alright. Incredible food. Ooh. Hey, I can make drugs. Don't know why I would want to, but I can.
Andra's gills. There's no hope.
Did you hear? The gilded kestrel was lost
So you're
at
the
sea.
cat. What are you having? Oh, poor. I guess there's one last tincture recipe I know that you'll need a rotten hagfish, an unripened palm stone, and a vial of fire kelp extract. Having mixed it all with a half tankard of grog, and well, hope for the best.
Fine, a deer and mead. Huh. Well, it's all so expensive. I'll take the cheap stuff, no doubt. Actually, they really like rum over there, too.
If it's a drink you're wanting, I got. What are you having? Check the barrels around Lifter's Refuse for the rotten hag. Parker in the King's Coffin usually keeps some fire kelp extract on hand for special purposes. Be careful. No one survives the floating ang. I did tell you the list of ingredients, eh?
From Goldfinch Fleet?
Looking
Possible
for work.
with her wealth.
I've got coin and you carry yourself. It's simple enough. The firebrand commanded by
Legendary nightmares, more like. After how they did.
but pirate legends don't live long. Some months ago, an alliance of naked, and now it seems like bringing the firebrand's crew to justice doesn't matter. So I want you to kill them. And I'll pay you out of my own pocket if you do. The firebrand had a mascot. A useless little... Last I heard, Lord Admiral Imp was making himself comfortable in Queen's Berth. You'll find him... You'll be taking down Lady Ipiro, Captain Henqua's former first mate and rumored lover. Ipiro maintains an estate in Serpent's Crown in Neketaka. You'll be go... Last I heard, Katrin and her sundry little minions could be found lazing about the sacred stair here in Neketaka at night. No idea where she disappears off to during... I have a challenge for you, my friend. And his name is Torkar, leader of the Firebrand's boarding parties.
Holy cow.
He's an old Torkar was last seen at Lifte's refuge here in Dunnage. Dead set on joining a crew, or assembling his own. I trust you won't... It's nothing personal. The crew... You've a keen eye, my friend. I reserve a bit of the Firebrand story for myself. Happy hunting.
I got hemp. Extra constitution. I'll just take all of the animals with me. Whoa, 19.
Welcome to my... what would you like to buy today?
Wow, he's got a lot of stuff. I will take that. Exceptional stuff. So Amra is a two-handed battle axe. Whoa, that is a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. An stock, it's superb. Although ridiculously expensive. This stuff is legendary. It's 3 shock armor rating. Yeah, that's extremely powerful. And it's light armor. Only a recovery time of 20. I'll definitely, well, I don't know about definitely, I'll most likely be coming back to get it at some point. Nature attire, loud and clashing reds and purples.
My good sir, whatever might I do? I'm certain there's no need to tell you. Stage, tavern, street... Oh, goodness, yes, love. The common... How dare... But you're not wrong, to my great chagrin. It's quite difficult, you know, living as I do. On occasion, foolish folk will take my act for reality. I've thrice been run out of a town for impersonate. I had to learn to protect myself as a result. Though, I must admit, thank the gods, I hardly ever need to use them. Well, thank you. All things being equal, I would be honored. You know,
streetwise.
Why not?
Ooh. Aloth uses a wand, right? Oh, he uses a scepter and he has a special one, that's right.
My old captain was a drinker from the day he was born to the day he died.
Well, Seraphin might not like me hunting down a bunch of filthy pirates, but it just makes sense to me.
Welcome to the treasure trove, sailor.
She's a godlike.
Anything in my trove catch...
A flail. It's also legendary. My goodness, there's a lot of legendary stuff just lying around. That one is too. 60% accuracy. Cannot be flanked. Quick engagement expertly avoids the next attack. Diving on range to a specific location. Blinds and confuses nearby targets. Major defense penalties to nearby allies against intellect afflictions. Oof. But yikes. Reflect against spells, 5 deflection against ranged attacks, and 2 stealth. That's pretty cool. Death denied. That's not that good. Summon a siren. Ooh. That's expensive, but that might be worth getting. Cool, but a little expensive for something that's sort of specific on its use. Necklace of fireballs. That's a classic. And pretty cheap. 10 defense against all of the grants. Conjure Greater Blight. 14 grand, but that is pretty cool. Ring of Deflection. Yeah, I'll keep the Siren thing. Minor Deflection. We'll give that to her. Why not? And that too. Wow, how do we all already have magical necklaces? Okay, she does not, actually. Okay, good. Let's go see if I can find... It's weird, they don't have any ship supplies around here. How many medical supplies do I have? 52... 5 days, 7 days. I don't think we're gonna have enough. We might have to leave while they're wounded.
That was a disaster. A typhoon couldn't have cleared out. What's wrong? My troops coming apart at the sea. We haven't drawn a decent crowd, but I think I know what the problem is. We've got a lack of flair. A better Aethys, for one. I'm the tallest one in our troop. Also, our special stage effects. Really? Wait a tick. Why would you help me? Right, beggars. I'm in desperate need of 2 more performers. A wizard for one. I happen to know a wizard of the finest skill set who already performs here in Dunnage. Diana at the King's Coffin. Get me the right people for the parts, and I promise you'll be pleased with your investment.
Can I go find the ogre? Get him to be the, Okay, I think he said it was over in Lifted Refuge. Can I find the ogre? And get him to give up his life of piracy to be an actor? Because that would be priceless. No, I could just get this dude to do it.
Have a pity and toss me. What? I'm no actor. And besides, intimidating I can... Turn me in the right direction.
Awesome. Where's the ogre? Said he was out here, right? Torcar. Lifter's Refuge in Dunnage. So he's around here somewhere. A couple people are hurt a little bit, but if he's just one ogre, we can take him. I think, hopefully. I mean, I don't know that for certain, because I don't know what he's capable of. Whew, yeah, he's there. Cutthroat Marauder, he's already got some men. Yeah, at least 3, probably some more.
Sure. Yeah? Yeah?
Hey, buddy.
Ahoy.
Eh?
Puny. Too puny to join my... Go away. Be gone. As I said, I seek... It is kind of you to announce yourself to me, but...
The sharpshooter's a ranger.
Sirmas me tomb.
Oh, there's so many of them. Okay.
Can't make a dent.
Son of a
Ugh. Yeah. Okay, so this might be a little tricky.
Take this.
Better try something else.
I'm not sure we can take him. He's really, really strong. And I had no idea he had another man up there. There's still only 5 of us. It's really annoying. Aloth missed. That's great. You're gonna get killed by a wolf. One wolf. I can't even move anyway.
After him!
Yikes. Yeah, we're not gonna go after him. Not yet. I just need to get to Nekateka. In general, get stronger. I mean, I guess it was not really to this much of an extent in the first game, but there was certainly a curve in difficulty. Things just got easier over time. For the most part, there was still some rough stuff, but we just seem to take damage so fast in this. Like, Aloth and Zodi go down immediately, and Seraphim does not last much longer.
Sure.
Welcome back, patron. I'd be happy to go back working for her, except I owe stupid... Until I pay him what I owe, 700 pyres, I'm not going anywhere. Sure, it's worth a try, I guess. You must really want to...
What can I do for you? Sure do. And be careful you... Actually, yeah. Yeah, I would. What can I do? Got to you, did she? The woman can spot us. Here's the thing, though. It's more profitable. Unless there's something else you need, I think we're done. That's a shrewd observation. To earn us free.
Endless thanks for taking care of my debt. See you at the play.
Got it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to port. Great. Now, thugs we should be able to deal with.
Well, well. If it isn't Arca's new business partner. That's quite a lot of coin you two exchanged. Everyone knows Arca's aiming to come out of retirement and slice off a bigger part of Dunnage for himself. Think I'll send him your head as a reminder.
I should have them. You two go ahead and kill this guy. Yeah, she can't get them both.
Let's do this.
Ow! You see that? What is that? What is that much damage? dudes are just not getting hurt at all.
Like flogging a figurehead.
Ah, great. Yeah, he's just gonna go down is what he's gonna do, because no one... Why is he moving anyway? I don't think I told him to do that. Okay, she can kill him. You get down there and tear up that guy.
You like that? Let's go.
What was... They just did like 4 things at once. That should not be allowed. Yeah, down he goes.
After him.
Ahoy.
What is with these pistoliers?
I'll be seeing you soon.
And why is my cipher so extremely useless? Goodness, it is the most annoying thing. In all fairness, that dude straight up cheated. Please kill him.
Lavru, be on seek.
Or miss again.
Like flogging a figurehead.
Got it. Okay.
Let's go.
That's it from feeding the fish.
Leave it to me.
He literally cannot defend himself. For a moment.
Another attack, Cap.
Down I go. That just didn't work, I suppose.
I need some help here.
I need something stronger.
Okay, what do these things do? Awesome. Now just tear him apart. You guys should have him flanked, right? Do they have him flanked? Why isn't he flanked?
Like flogging a figurehead. Futile.
Gotcha. Oh my goodness, that was rough.
Happy to oblige. Mm-hmm.
Hmm? Aye? Hmm? Sure. Sure.
Aloth needs more durability, I swear. Okay, what is this? Just a book. Okay. Dexterity, resolve, resistance to might afflictions. Grants leave. What are you wearing? Stealth.
Yeah, got it.
This whole thing is so brutal. We need a sixth person. And if we get attacked on the street again, Aloth could permanently die, so let's hope that doesn't happen.
Thanks muchly for bringing... And now, stick around for the performance.
I do not care about a play, I've got to be honest.
Ladies and gentle
but I
pirates
can't skip it.
and rapscallions too, you are in for the truest of mental treats. Without further ado, I present the Green Menace. Let us begin with our valiant new blood crews, the Lusty Rudder and Fortune's Folly. Two ships adrift at sea for weeks and weeks on a venture most daring, in search of the uncharted islands.
Woe and torture. Months at sea with no treasure to show for it. You sure these uncharted islands exist, Captain? We ain't seen land for days.
Were they easy to find, they'd be called the Chartered Islands, wouldn't they? If you're thinking to mutiny...
Land ho! Land ho! Got a lumpy-looking island coming on the horizon.
That's no island. That be the Green Menace. We're doomed for sure.
Souls and gold and glory, you will give these to me. For I am a god among gods, and a true menace upon the seas. Souls and gold and glory. Blame the dawn stars, for they have summoned me. And now, I must feed.
This will be the end for us, it will. Oh, Andra, take me now.
And that's the story of how Aethys sank a fleet of our best tars. Like the floating hangman, you see the Green Menace coming, you sail the other way. Thank you. Donations and gratuity are greatly appreciated.
Was
They
that
love
supposed
us,
to be
do
a
you see?
comedy?
They god...
Okay. Oh, right. Oh, we gotta do this thing.
If it's a drink you're wanting, what are you having? I'll pour you a double. I did tell you that...
I have everything I need for it, don't I? Unripened palm stone, rotten hagfish, fire kelp extract.
Yeah?
Do I just bring these directly to the guy?
Got it.
Bring them to him and then stand way, way back. Okay, I thought I had to give them to her. So I shouldn't need to come back here. Until I want to buy some stuff. Hey, Harker.
What can I do for you? No friend of mine. Let me get... I don't know why no one ever believes me when I tell them that I've put... In any case, I suspect old weasel-faced... Damn my gut! Lost my gold! Oh! Oh, God! He's coming out the other end now! Oh, now... If you let...
The way he goes. So is it an ingredient or what? Yeah, it was a black pearl. Not sure that was all really worth it. But it's done now. Okay, so we're going to need more medical supplies and probably a little more repair supplies. And a place where we can lay over safely. I think we should head back to Mage, or Mage, or however you say it. No way we're killing that ogre right now.
Aren't we?
Yeah? She's probably very sleepy. So, let me see. Okay, fine. Let's just... I see. Had a little running with Ben, they dragged it to my doorstep. Could have wiped your feet before you stomped in. I know what you did, know who you are. Unlike my unfortunately blockheaded second in command, I recognize a threat when it smacks me upside the head. So this is me, commander of the New Blood Principe, leader of the second largest fleet of pirates in the Deadfire, inviting you to come and meet me under the strictest parley at Fort Deadlight. Wine and gunpowder scented letter. Okay, so Aldous is finally making his appearance. What is that thing? Rafik the Red-Bearded. Well, let's hope that's not an enemy, because I don't think we're up to fight. Again, actually... No, we got a full crew. I just need to get to a port so I can dismiss this person. And then this person. What happens... So, I can go down onto the ship. Is my Vithrak just kind of chilling around here? I think that'd be pretty neat. Also, where's the steward? I haven't talked to the steward in ages.
Yeah, sure.
Can I go inside? I can.
Leave it to me.
Fragments the Blade of Endless Paths. I remember Whispers of Yenwood. I mean, the Blade was an obvious one, but Kana used that. The Whispers of Yenwood was, I think, one of the swords I enchanted so heavily. I used it for at least most of the game. I don't know if I used it for the entire game, though. Many summers now since you first arrived in Gilded Vale. Much has changed. I'll never forget the kindness you showed me. God to bless me with a son, is healthy and strong, already so curious. Told him of you. He has constantly, after the Watcher restored his spirit, and hopes someday to meet you. Is that the woman who I helped find a midwife for, or something like that?
Leave it to me.
Ship life sure is an adventure, ain't it? Just think of all the places we can sail to. All the sights. Tell me what's on your mind. They're there in my... And sometimes... I can taste him on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Go matter an hour. It's not like I can turn my back on my duty to my God. We talking during the Saints? Well, before he died, he was still Aethys embodied a human. And when that human got... And I think a part of him did. The part he'd most closely woven into living flesh. Which means the part of him that could have survived, that stormed across the Deadfire seas, was the side more aligned with obsidian. No need to fit. I'm glad we talked.
Weird, he's not floating. Vithrock usually do.
Hey, this brings back some memories, huh? I want the destruction to stop, only I don't see a plan. If you like, I like that feeling. Knowing that was something I never felt before. Not that I wanted to tangle with God. There was that little town, Deerford, we passed. I went in and asked their mayor if I could help, but then it turned out he was in that Scanite cult they have over there. I guess he wanted to drain my blood or gouge out my... Anyway, I came out of his house carrying his head, and they didn't even want to do an election. I said, if you're sure, and some of it I was good at, welcoming people, but there were other things I had no head for. I think I made a difference. I don't know if that was something we could have avoided, if you like. The air's different. Sounds different, too. If the birds woke you in Gilded Vale, it was usually a couple... Strange thing is, I still get this feeling in me, like I wish I was home.
Thank you again for maintaining my story in front of Vanessa and the others. I didn't enjoy deceiving them, but it seemed simpler than the alternative. I hoped you'd understand. Believe me, I take no pleasure in duplicity. After we parted, I set out. It's controlled us for too long. So for 5 years, I've been tracking down Leaden Key circles. Searching, trying to undo them. The task has been more... I don't think I fully understood the way. It was much easier when I only had to follow someone else's lead. My father's, Theos's, yours. What matters... After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of undoing his work would be tracking down... Perhaps this would be easier with an example. I went to a village in Old Valia. Centuries ago, the details were lost, but what had endured was a practice. At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood. No one, young or old, sick or hale, was exempt. Yes, but the specifics depended on whom you asked. Some thought it would ward off Scan, or bring Berth's favor. The village priest administered the practice. He was a tyrant. So I arranged for him to have an accident. I did it for the right reasons. The old man died. They were convinced his death was an ill omen. So they began bloodletting every week. Instead of a handful dying each year, a few perished every week. I had to do something, didn't I? I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better. Perhaps so. I should get some rest. It's been a long... that. I'm looking for an old Leaden Key. I want to be sure. Please.
Watcher, tell me what's on your mind. You need me.
She's getting kind of angry at Aloth, I think. I can't look at their relationship at the moment, but I don't think it's pleasant. I can't talk to the steward either. At least I still got her with me, though.
If you be having a tick, Cap, I'll be thinking that, if when I were a wee swabby, fresh to the sea, it were Romaro. The sea be a right poxy ore on occasion, and life aboard the Sorcerer, that and more. Malnage, our ship hunter, she were all mentored me too, learned me letters and navigation, handed down the Principe traditions. In time, we became close as kin or closer. Why, Cap? You be... Nay, we never shared a bunk. Not that I'd have kicked him out of a hammock, but, like a... Right, fantastic fucking question. Word out with mutiny. But I'll be putting about... No, I don't normally be singing no praises of veracity, Cap. But in the matter of Romaro, well only knows, Cap. She treated me like my mere presence gave offence. Fair. He be of old Valian stock, but more than one swabby behind the old salt of deferral from the wheel. Thanks, Captain. Ahoy, Captain. What can I do you for?
Flirt? Why? No. Never.
Agrasima, Casita, for taking me on.
Okay. So, we need to head back to Mage. I need to look up and see if there's some way that I can leave some sort of markers on the map, because I kind of want to. Sayuka, Chorn... Okay, those are some of the people I'm supposed to kill. This Principe thing. I get the feeling I'm gonna end up at odds with them, too. So I need to go back. I need to dock, get everything taken care of, and then I think we'll head over to Deadlight again, see what's going on with Aldous, and then head to Nekataka, because honestly, the main campaign seems to be the best way to get a little stronger for the time being, because this map is huge, and I get the feeling there's going to be a lot to do, and there's a lot of things that we already have to do there, so I think that's what I'm going to do. But we're going to need more medical supplies, might get some more ammunition, definitely some more repairing stuff, and time for my injured crewmates to get back on their feet. Alright, but I think that's going to do it for this one. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.